Okay, let's take a look at this. We've got a hockey puck. We're trying to find the surface area of it. It is a cylinder, so the top and bottom are circles. Okay, to find the area of a circle, pi times the radius times the radius. And then I have this times 2 here because the top and the bottom are the same. So, they gave us the diameter, 7.6 centimeters. The diameter is all the way across, so halfway would be the radius, 3.8. Okay, and we multiply those together using 3.14 for pi, so 3.14 times 3.8 times 3.8 times 2 gives us 90.7 centimeters squared. Now the middle part of this circle, the hockey puck, is a rectangle, right? And it's the circumference of the circle, which is the distance around the perimeter of a circle, times the height of the puck. The puck is 2.5 centimeters high. Okay, and to find the circumference of a circle, it's pi times the diameter. Okay, so the diameter is 7.6. So 3.14 times 7.6 times the height, which is 2.5, gives us 59.7 centimeters squared. Add those up. 90.7 plus 59.7 gives us 150.4 centimeters squared. Okay, next one. Determine the number of square meters of vinyl needed to line the inside of a right rectangular swimming pool. 7 meters long, 4 meters wide, and the depth is 2.5 meters. Okay, so the lining on the inside of this rectangular prism pool is basically we've got these sides. So this side here is a rectangle, and this side closest to us, this labeled number 2, is also the same as 1. So 1 and 2 are the same. And we've got the sides here, 3 and 4. And then we have the bottom of the pool, okay, which is 5. So basically it's 5 rectangles, okay? So rectangles, to find the area, it's length times width, or the horizontal by the vertical. So there's going to be 2, 3, and 4 are both 7 times 2.5. So 7 is the length, and 2.5 is the depth. Okay, there's 2 of them. Then we have 2 that have the same depth and the other dimension of the pool, which is only 4 meters. And then the 5th one is the bottom, okay, and the bottom is 4 times 7. So we just multiply all these together, add them up, and you get 83 meters squared. Okay, this one, the time from when a bird lays an egg to when the egg hatches is called the incubation time. For a pigeon egg, the incubation is 18 days. Okay, for a chicken, the incubation time is 7/6 of the incubation time for a pigeon egg. Okay, so that means it's longer. Okay, because this is greater than 1. Right? 7/6 is larger than 1, so that means it's going to be a longer incubation time than 18 days. So I did it this way. I wrote 7/6 as a decimal, which is 1.1666666, okay, which is the same as 116.6%, okay? So basically we just need to multiply this percent as a fraction, which is this, or sorry, as a decimal, which is this number, by 18, and you get 21 days, okay? The other way you can do it is just to multiply 7/6 times 18/1, top by top, bottom by bottom, reduce, and you'll get 21. For a warbler egg, the incubation time is 7/9 of the incubation time for a pigeon egg. Determine the incubation time for a warbler egg. So, it's less, right? Because 7/9 is less than 1, so it's going to be a shorter period. So 7/9 just times the fraction, top by top, bottom by bottom, 126/9, and it is 14 days. Okay, number 4. At the end of a party, half a cake is left over. 5 people decide to share the leftover cake equally and take their share home. What fraction of a cake, okay, they're talking about of the whole cake, does each person take home? So here's a delicious looking cake, alright, so half of it's gone, and they're splitting what was left into 5 pieces here, okay? So each one of these pieces, because it's only, we're talking about a half of the whole cake, each one is going to be not 1/5 of the cake, but in fact half of that, okay? So half of 1/5 is 1/10. Okay? So if you had half a cake and you split it amongst 5 people, okay, we're going to kiss and flip here. So 5 over 1. Write it as 1 over 5. And instead of divide, it's multiply. Top by top, bottom by bottom, 1/10. Number 5, a flagpole is installed so that 1/5 of its height is below the ground. If 2 meters of the flagpole is below ground, what is the height of the flagpole above ground? Okay, so we're trying to figure out from the top here down to the grass here, how far is that? And we know that it's 2 meters underground. So 1/5 of its height is below ground. Okay, so 2 meters. So 2 meters is 1/5 of which number? Okay, so the answer is 10, right? 1/5 of 10 is 2. Okay. Another way to do it is to say, all right, if 4/5 of it is above ground, what would be 4/5 of 10 meters, right? We know 1/5 is below ground and it's 2 meters, so that means 4/5 must be above ground, right? So 4/5 of 10 meters is 8. So you're going to get 8 meters each way, but that's the distance from the grass to the top of the flagpole.